of more than 24 people.
Now, the Morning Sprint, sponsored by Blue Dog RV.
At 6:52, it's time now for our Wednesday morning sprint here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll be checking in with Rio Barber in just a minute, but first, here's a look at the top stories of today. Kennewick police are interviewing the victim of an armed robbery at a gas station this morning. At 4:37, police got the call that a man with a gun threatened the clerk at Rocket Mart on Edison near Canal. The suspect is described as a white male in his mid-20s wearing black pants and a sweatshirt. And at the time of the robbery, he was wearing a bandana over his face. He was last seen running northbound towards 240. Kennewick police and Benton County deputies are actively trying to find him. And an officer-involved shooting in Kennewick led to the arrest of a wanted man yesterday. A caller told officers that 33-year-old Elijah Lowell was living behind a house near West 4th Avenue and South Moraine Street. Lowell was wanted on felony and misdemeanor warrants. Officers were able to follow Lowell down to someone else's backyard where they tried to deploy a taser, but it was unsuccessful. Lowell then pulled out a gun on officers, and that's when an officer fired at but missed Lowell. Benton County deputies say a woman walked into a Kennewick emergency room with a gunshot wound to the head Monday morning, and according to doctors, she's now in satisfactory condition. The 21-year-old arrived at Kennewick with the head wound and then was transferred to Harborview. Officials say her name is Daisy Ramos. She's 5'2" and 110 pounds, and anyone who saw her in the 48 hours leading up to Monday morning should contact deputies at the number here on your screen. A teen has been arrested in connection with an armed robbery last week in Selah. A 17-year-old and another boy were allegedly there when the 13-year-old pointed a gun at the victim's face when he refused to strip. The victim then handed over his sweatshirt, pants, Louis Vuitton belt, and shoes. A third suspect is still at large. Officials confirm a man jumped off of some rocks and died at Long Lake in Spokane. The 22-year-old jumped from one of the highest points and hit the back of his head on rocks. Some off-duty firefighters were boating nearby and heard the man cry out. They helped the man, but he later died at Sacred Heart Hospital. Fire crews from all over the state are now in the mop-up phase of the Powerline fire. As of this morning, the Powerline fire has burned 7,800 acres and it's 80% contained. According to a press release, no injuries were reported and no structures were damaged, and all evacuation levels have been removed. Officials say the fire got its name because of the large area of power poles threatened by the flames, 10 of which were destroyed. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. 2 men were arrested Monday in a stolen vehicle case authorities say may be connected to a string of burglaries in Tumwater and Chehalis. State Fish and Wildlife Police saw a U-Haul parked on the side of U.S. Highway 12 about 10 miles west of Natchez that was listed as stolen from Tumwater. A 41-year-old and a 39-year-old told police they locked their keys in the truck and needed help. They were both arrested for possession of a stolen motor vehicle. The trial begins this week for a man accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl in Yakima in 2017. Police say Juan Antonio Acevedo Giron broke into the girl's bedroom, threatened her with a screwdriver and firearms, saying he would kill her mother and then sexually assaulted her. Acevedo Giron is charged with first-degree rape of a child and first-degree child molestation, among other charges. The jury selection process began yesterday.
And from the Legends Skycam Network, here's a look at Top and Niche, all powered by your local Ford store. Mostly cloudy skies for you with those cooler temperatures for today. So let's get you out the door what you can expect with those current temperatures. For the Tri-Cities, you can expect 65 degrees there, 64 in Walla Walla, 59 in Pendleton, over in Ellensburg, 58 degrees, and 60 in Yakima area, and 62 in Toppenish. And for those wind speeds, of course, fairly moderate for us, 9 miles per hour in Walla Walla, 9 in Tri-Cities, 11 miles per hour in Pendleton, over in Yakima, 6 miles per hour, and 17 up in Ellensburg, 11 in Cle Elum there. And here's a look at your radar satellite for today. Again, those clouds moving through our region for today. Slight chance for a shower in the Yakima area, Ellensburg, as well as over in Dayton and Connell. So just have an umbrella on standby just in case. As we take a step out and look at the Pacific Northwest, if you're headed to Seattle, you can expect that rain to be with you throughout today, and of course those cooler temperatures as well. So here's your 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Today you can expect that high of 86 degrees there. Tomorrow 84. By Friday, mostly sunny skies with a high of 81 there before picking back up this weekend. On Saturday, 86 with a high of 93 on Sunday. So something to look up to. I mean, look at those 90s. And here's your 7-day forecast for Yakima area. Again, a high of 82 today with mostly cloudy skies. By Thursday and Friday, you can expect a high of 80 degrees, so a little bit cooler there before it picks up this weekend. 86 on Saturday with a high of 91 on Sunday. So